Under the radiant sun, a grand castle courtyard becomes the stage for a queen consumed by vanity. Queen, regal and vain, her reflection in the magic mirror is the sole focus of her world. In a moment of piercing vanity, Queen whispers to the mirror, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror's chilling response echoes through the courtyard. Snow White. Her visage contorts, rage and envy twisting her once beautiful features into a mask of bitter resentment. In the queen's chamber, cold authority radiates from the throne, casting a shadow of fear upon all who dare approach. The queen orders, "Take Snow White into the woods, kill her," sentencing innocence to a chilling fate. As the huntsman kneels, his fear palpable, the queen demands, "I want proof of her death, her heart. Bring it to me," solidifying Snow White's grim destiny. The queen's chilling words echo in the chamber, sealing Snow White's tragic destiny with a demand for the ultimate proof of death. In the depths of a dark forest, the huntsman leads Snow White further into the foreboding shadows. Torn by duty and compassion, the huntsman hesitates, his dagger glinting menacingly in the dim light. Snow White's radiant innocence pierces the darkness, causing the huntsman's resolve to shatter. In a moment of profound mercy, the huntsman urges, "Run away, Snow White, never return." Snow White, a vision of terror and disarray, plunges deeper into the heart of the menacing forest. Her delicate dress, now a canvas of tears and mud, bears witness to her desperate struggle for survival. Each step is a testament to her will to live, as she pushes through the unforgiving embrace of the wild. Lost and weary, Snow White stumbles into a secluded clearing, surrendering to exhaustion as shadows lengthen around her. From the depths of the forest, curious woodland creatures emerge, drawn by an unseen purity radiating from the distressed princess. With hesitant steps, they circle her, their innocent eyes reflecting a shared sense of compassion and an unspoken vow to protect the gentle soul in their midst. As dusk descends, Snow White stumbles upon a quaint cottage, a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. Silence greets her gentle knock, a void that amplifies the mystery of the empty dwelling. With bated breath, she pushes the door ajar, stepping into the unknown depths of the dwarf's abode. The dwarf's cottage, a haven of disorder and warmth, whispers tales of labor and rest. Driven by hunger and exhaustion, Snow White succumbs to slumber across 3 small beds, finding solace in her weariness. Amidst the disarray, a sense of quiet serenity descends as Snow White dreams, oblivious to the dwarf's impending return. As the sun dips low, 7 weary figures emerge from the depths of the mine, their silhouettes painting a vivid picture against the fading light. With hearts full of mirth, the 7 dwarfs march homeward, their voices blending in a harmonious chorus that echoes through the valleys. Each step resonates with the promise of rest and camaraderie, the cheerful melody weaving a tapestry of unity and joy. Their voices rise and fall in perfect harmony, their song a beacon of hope and happiness echoing through the enchanted forest. The dwarfs return to their cozy cottage to find Snow White asleep in their small bed, their faces etched with surprise. Hesitation flickers in their eyes, a mixture of wariness and curiosity as they behold the unexpected sight of Snow White. Her gentle nature soon wins them over, melting away their initial apprehension. In the dwarf's cozy cottage, Snow White's tale of woe casts a shadow on the warm hearth. Snow White's voice, a whisper of sorrow, reveals the huntsman's mercy and the queen's relentless pursuit. A chorus of dwarfs offers solace, a haven from the storm, and a bargain struck in kindness. Amidst promises of protection, a condition is set: domesticity as the price of sanctuary. With heartfelt gratitude, Snow White accepts her new role, finding solace in service and safety. In the opulent queen's chamber, regal robes adorn the queen as she stands before the shimmering, ethereal glow of her magic mirror. With icy composure, the queen poses the fateful question, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror's ethereal surface ripples as it reveals a truth that shatters the queen's vanity. Snow White, living with the 7 dwarfs. Consumed by a venomous rage, the queen vows in silence to extinguish Snow White's beauty forever, her fury a storm behind a composed mask. In the heart of the queen's chamber, shadows dance as arcane energy envelops her, twisting beauty into a grotesque caricature of age. A chilling metamorphosis unfolds as the queen's youthful allure fades, revealing the haggard face of a crone, her eyes gleaming with malevolence. On a nearby table, an apple becomes a symbol of deception, one side radiating a tempting red, the other a sickly, foreboding green. Under the guise of an unassuming old woman, the queen stealthily approaches the dwarf's cottage, her malevolent intentions obscured by layers of deception. With the dwarfs away, Snow White remains isolated, unaware of the imminent danger lurking just beyond her doorstep. A glint of wicked glee dances in the queen's eyes as she presents a radiant red apple, a symbol of temptation and impending doom. At the dwarf's cottage, Snow White trembles with hesitation as she eyes the fateful apple. The old hag's malevolent smile gleams as she gestures, sealing Snow White's tragic fate. In a moment of irreversible decision, Snow White bites into the apple's crimson side, unaware of the impending doom. Poisoned, Snow White collapses, succumbing to the wicked enchantment. Woodland creatures, sensing impending doom, embark on a desperate mission to alert the dwarfs, their frantic gestures painting a vivid tableau of urgency. In a symphony of desperation, the creatures' movements become a frantic dance, each gesture a plea to avert disaster. The cottage, a beacon of potential sanctuary, becomes the focal point of the creatures' desperate warnings, their every action imbued with a sense of profound significance. The dwarfs, their faces a canvas of worry, race towards home, their hearts pounding with dread. Bursting through the cottage door, they are met with the devastating sight of Snow White, still and lifeless, plunging them into a sea of heartbreak. With tender hands and shattered hearts, they gently lift Snow White, placing her in a glass coffin, a final resting place of sorrow and love. Adorning the glass coffin with wildflowers, the dwarfs tenderly bid farewell to Snow White, offering a final token of love amidst their profound sorrow. Days later, sunlight filters through the dense forest as a prince rides towards an extraordinary discovery. In a clearing, a glass coffin cradles Snow White, her timeless beauty untouched by the world's harshness. The prince dismounts, his gaze fixed on Snow White's serene face, a mix of awe and sorrow washing over him. Dwarfs stand nearby, their faces etched with profound sorrow, as the prince approaches with gentle respect. With a voice filled with gentle respect, the prince asks, "May I have permission to take her with me?" Deep within the forest, the dwarfs and the prince battle against the heavy burden of a coffin, their struggle a somber procession through the ancient woods. A sudden stumble threatens to shatter their solemn task, as the coffin lurches violently. In a twist of fate, the unexpected jolt dislodges the poisoned apple, setting the stage for a miraculous turn. In the heart of the tranquil forest, Snow White awakens, her eyelids fluttering open to greet the gentle caress of sunlight. The prince's voice shatters the forest's serenity as he declares, "You're awake, my dearest Snow White. I love you." A wave of jubilation sweeps through the woods as the dwarfs erupt in cheers. The dwarfs, their faces etched with worry just moments before, erupt in cheers, their tiny voices echoing through the woods. Snow White and the prince return to his majestic castle, where love and happiness await. In a joyous union, Snow White and the prince unite in marriage, sealing their eternal love. As their happiness blooms, the queen's magic mirror shatters, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. With the mirror destroyed, the narrator somberly states, "She is never seen again."